Hi Scorpio, welcome to your February 2022 General Tarot reading. It's Raina here. I actually posted a, uh, a video for this month, and somebody wrote to me and said I was talking about Libra during the video, so I just decided to do it over again. It was intended, if you did watch it, it was intended for your sign, but you know, it's just too confusing when that thing happens. So we'll just do a new reading. That's okay. And don't mind these water. Maybe I've called attention to them, but I was handling these cards with wet hands. The heart of the matter is the Ace of Wands. This is a card of, kind of bursting forth, and that spring-like energy that begins a lot of things that have to do with yourself in terms of new beginnings in different areas, maybe in your life as a whole, a new job or a new career, going in a completely different direction, or even a new business, and really knowing who you are while you're doing this. You're feeling that sense of individuality, not being part of, not being a cog in the wheel, doing your own thing. And in the past position, coming from anxiety and feeling like maybe like you couldn't be who you are. You were being suppressed in some way. So, of course, that can also be true of relationships. Leaving a relationship that felt very confining, but whatever it felt like, it made you anxious. And either this is a very strong card for being independent, so maybe not even being in a relationship, but it could be like a new affair or a new relationship with somebody who makes you feel alive. So going from feeling like you are having panic attacks to feeling like you have a new lease on life. And because you're a water sign, and because you're a Scorpio in particular, this can be very important for you, because that Mars rulership is so associated with that drive for, I would say, even being yourself. I think of because Mars rules Aries as well, and that feeling of I'm me, I'm my own person. If you are with somebody else, they give you freedom, they don't hold you back. These are feelings, or that feeling of being with somebody who's very passionate. Maybe it is with an Aries or any other of the fire signs. Usually with you, it'd be Leo. The other fire sign is Sagittarius. The higher message, or the bigger picture, is the Five of Cups. Remember to mourn the loss of what came before. This is going to be a year, by the way, Scorpio, where there might be a lot of changes in your life, because there are going to be eclipses in your sign and Taurus. Oh, you know what? There was the first eclipse in Taurus in November. Maybe that Five of Cups is the fallout of that. And maybe you've already had some kind of divorce or separation, and because that hit your house. It was a lunar eclipse in the house of marriage. So maybe it hit that area, and you ended a relationship. In some cases, it might have been a long-term relationship. even if you have somebody who you have met and you're very excited about being with, you might be on the rebound. You might be trying to get over what the Five of Cups represents, that mourning. And, we need a mourning period, because if we just try to fill the void with somebody new, it's almost like being ignorant of life events and how to integrate them, how to learn from the past, and just trying to ignore something that is important to remember. If you have inner planets in Libra, especially, because you could have them in Sagittarius as a sun in Scorpio person, but I don't really think of Sag in this way. It could be because Sag likes to be upbeat, and maybe they are spiritually or psychologically bypassing. But I think of Libra especially as maybe being out of touch with their feelings and just being very romantic and going into the next relationship. Be careful, because you could be trying to make yourself feel better at the expense of this opportunity that you have to really maybe do some shadow work. And I don't mean anything that you have to do specifically, except to be a witness to your mourning, and seeing like what exactly are you mourning, because maybe you had a relationship with the Nine of Swords. Maybe that relationship was not very good, or the Nine of Swords could be that a relationship ended and that made you anxious. And if that's the case, same thing. What is going on with you personally that you are trying to forget, or like move on too quickly to replace it with, and you can't really do that. It doesn't work that way. And you have this wonderful opportunity to kind of explore the feelings that are not so comfortable. What crosses you is the Ten of Cups. This is a card of happily ever after, so I'm reading it in the challenge position. This is a card of marriage and family harmony. And it can simply be that the dream, you are sad about the dream. And that is understandable. That's human. But by the same token, it could be that you are focusing on the wrong thing. Maybe the dream never was more of an illusion than a reality. And maybe you have to be honest with yourself about what it really all was about, and admit to yourself that maybe it wasn't as great as you claimed it to be. If you have children and you are separated or getting divorced, you can still have an intact family. It's like sometimes people say, oh, my family is breaking up. And if you had that growing up yourself, it can hit doubly hard, because you may have wanted it to be other than what you had growing up. But the thing is that sometimes when people don't have something, they over idealize what that thing is. And you can always have an intact family. Your family is not broken. If you are a parent, you can still parent. And you can also take comfort in the fact that your children are not exposed to negative vibes between you and that ex. And that, staying together and having that negativity is not preferable to being apart. And it also opens the door for both you and your ex to invite people into your life that are more compatible with you. What is coming in is the Two of Swords. This may be a decision you have to make. And the decision may be one of, if this is like an affair and you haven't gotten divorced, maybe you're separated or you just found yourself in a situation like that, don't have blinders on, as this card is often depicted as somebody choosing with blindfolds on, a blindfold on, and then you see the moon, which can be a deceptive force. Really pay attention to what it is that you're choosing, because you could be living in la la land. You could be feeling that you could be having an intoxication because a relationship is forming that's very passionate. It might be more of an affair. It might not be something that's going to last. And because you were on the rebound or, you know, something like that, you are giving it too much importance in your life, and you might be emotionally imbalanced at the moment. And that's another reason not to get involved with somebody after a loss. Or I don't know if you even want to characterize it as a loss, but that kind of thing that is going on. And sometimes I wonder if the Five of Cups, it could even be like a death. If you have experienced, if you are a widow or a widower, and this new relationship has presented itself, if that other person is pushing for it to go really fast, that's a red flag. So don't feel pressured by another person that you have met just recently to move in together, get married right away. The outcome is the Knight of Pentacles. This is a very solid card. This is connected to Taurus energy. So what it can mean is just like putting one foot in front of the other, taking refuge in your work, just taking refuge in your daily routines that keep you grounded. This is an Earth card that keep you with some familiarity in your life, because this can be kind of intoxicating card, but maybe a little bit discombobulating. So keep grounded, allow yourself to just keep moving on. And if there's something, maybe like if the Ace of Wands is a new business, you stay with your current work until that gets going. So you are saving money, you have a goal. Okay, that's what I have for you, Scorpio. By the way, the Knight of Pentacles can be like, if you're choosing between two people, you're choosing between someone who is dependable, not somebody who's just like, flash in the pan. So thank you for watching. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.